f of x is going to equal your answers, which on your graph is going to equal the y. So, if they tell me here to find g of 1, g of 1 means that I have an x value of 1. I want to find the corresponding y value. So on my graph, I want to find an ordered pair that has 1, and I want to find the number that goes with that. So I look at my graph. My x-axis, here's where I equal 1, but I've got to touch my graph, so I've got to come down to this point. The coordinates of this point are at 1, negative 1. So negative 1 is going to be the answer. When x is 1, the y value is negative 1 to touch a point on my graph. Now, if I look at the second part, it says g of x equals negative 2. That tells me that the y value is negative 2, and I'm trying to find the x value. So I'm looking for the point that the x value is missing, but my y value is negative 2. So I look at my graph. Y being negative 2 is this point right here. The coordinates of that point right there are at 0, negative 2. So in this case, 0 is my corresponding x value. Now sometimes you'll have more than one answer. If you do have more than one answer, you just have to find one value that works. In this case, we did just have one value that works, so we put that answer in there. So if it's in the parentheses, it's the x value and you're finding a y value. If it's on the end, it's the y value and you're finding the x value that goes with it. We'll look at the next one. So number 17 starts off with finding f of x equals 4. That means the y value is 4. I want to find the point on my graph that has a y value of 4. Now if you look at the graph, you actually have two different points. Here the y value is 4, and here the y value is 4. This point is at 0, 4. This point is at 3, 4. You only have to pick one of those values. It doesn't matter which one you pick. So you could put 0 down, or you could put 3 down. Either one is going to be okay. If I'm finding f of 2, that means that's my x value. So I look at my graph. X equals 2, but I got to hit my graph, so I'm touching this point right here. The coordinates of that point are 2, 1. So 1 is going to be the value that you put in there. I'm just going to put a little note here. Pick 1 answer. Don't put them both in, just put one of them in, because it just says find one value. One last one, using our functional notation. So if h of x equals negative 4, my y value is negative 4. On my y-axis, I'm going to go down to negative 4. To touch the graph, I have to go to this point here. The coordinates of that point, 1, negative 4. So, what's my x value? It has to be 1. They're going to put it on the end. And so when y is negative 4, the x value is 1. And then the last one says find f of 0. That means the x value is 0. If the x value is 0, I didn't go left or right at all. That means to get to a point on my graph, I'm going to go down to that point right there, whose coordinates are 0, negative 2. And so the point that goes with that, when x is 0, my y value is going to be negative 2. So trying to get across functional notation. If h of x equals y, this is my x value, this is my y value. All right, that is the end of homework day 18.